And welcome to this episode of The Stack from your boys from the Unhinged Vibes Podcast. Here with your host today, my name is Mr. Caramel Thunder, Mr. AJ, and I'm here with...
It is Noslen 69ers. Nelson here. How's it going?
Hey, buddy. How's your day been so far?
Good. Just woke up just a few minutes ago. A bit tired, but ready to go for the day.
Very nice. Very nice. So today's episode of The Stack, we got a nice big docket up ahead of us. So some of the topics that we're going to be talking about. Number one, we got the Book of Boba Fett. Number two, Betty White's passing. Number three, SNL, what they did for Betty White. Number four, Mtg Spoilers. Number five, Becky Hammond news. Number six, Zodiac Secret Lair. Number seven, what we are watching. And number eight, a little bit of Warhammer talk just at the end of it. Okay, so it's been a long time since we recorded last, eh?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
it's been a while. It's been a while. This is what, technically the first one of 2022 of us recording, at least.
I believe so. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it will be.
Dang! Happy New Year, buddy. That's crazy. How's your New Year?
New Year has been good. Got to spend just New Year's with the family. Called some people to say Happy New Year. Played a couple of board games. That's about it. How about you?
Mine was good. I didn't stay up on New Year's. I think I haven't for the past 2 years. I go to bed. If I'm not at a party or if I'm not whatever, I just go to bed. There's no point in staying up anymore. So
I think it's tough for a lot now. I think some of my friends have been taking naps before New Year's.
I've done that before. I take a nap at maybe 7, 8 o'clock. So
yeah.
just to give you the edge to last till I don't know 12, 15, and then you go to bed then, right?
Yeah.
So no, I totally understand your friends. So, yeah, totally understand. All right, well, let's get on to today's episode of The Stack. So, first off, we're going to start off our stack with very, very good topic. I've been very much enjoying it. I know you have been enjoying it. And you finished episode 2, right?
Yes, I have. So I'm caught up.
All right, so the Book of Boba Fett. Now, I'll say what I like about it after you, but what do you think about the series so far?
Oh, you know what? I've enjoyed it. I think, you know what? I was somewhat disappointed with episodes 7, 8, 9. So that sort of, put me down a little bit with Star Wars. And then, I haven't really watched any of the animated series and everything. So I thought, I'll give Mandalorian a chance.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you know what? Mandalorian's been good, especially the second season. And then when Book of Boba Fett came, I've been really, really surprised, and it's been really good.
That's awesome. Actually,
what's that? Oh no, yeah, no, it's really good. I've always liked the character Boba Fett,
mm-hmm.
and I just forgot how the actor that plays him, I forgot his name. How legit tough he looks.
Oh, he's terrifying.
Yeah,
he's terrifying, absolutely terrifying. For me, episode number 1 was kind of lackluster. I don't know why. Mm-hmm. It didn't really hit the spot for me for episode number 1. Mm-hmm. And I understand why, right? But usually a pilot episode, you're supposed to
develop a story.
Yeah, right, exactly. So, and that's what they were doing here. They were just developing a story, and I understood that. But essentially, episode number 1 was a build up for episode number 2. Episode number 2 was a old school Western train robbery kind of thing. Yep. It was absolutely awesome, dude. It's actually very nice to see that the Tusken Raiders or the Sand People, they're not all bad. They're not all bad. They're like everyday people. There's bad, and there's good, this and that. The part or the group that he was with is they are a warrior caste of Sand People. They're not your typical raiders or whatever else. They scavenge. They farm for that water that's in that melon or that shell, right? And they essentially just keep to themselves. Mm-hmm. So it's nice that you got to see Boba go through the whole progression of being captured, earning their trust, learning their ways, and then him teaching them something new, right? Which is learning how to use the land speeders.
Yeah, the land speeders. Yeah,
that was wicked sweet. That was cool. Forward to go, back to stop, and he's just riding a panther, and he's mimicking it. Honestly, I actually really liked episode number 2. The action for episode number 2 was
the
actually
action was
really
great.
good too. Oh man, I don't know if you've seen it though. Like that Crime Syndicate, I've never seen them without their mask on. So I was very surprised to see like they were like an alien, like they looked that way. I've never seen them without the mask on.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you have, but like out of all the
No.
comics and animated TV shows or whatever, I've never seen it without a mask on. So it was very interesting to see and learn something new. Another thing new with episode number 2. So, what are your thoughts on that big Wookiee? That big, scary Wookiee.
I thought, like, I'm thinking, like, are we gonna see Chewie like in these later episodes, like, or is he like maybe he's like, you know how with Tusken Raiders there's different clans of them? Is he a different clan of the Wookiees, right?
Okay. So I'm assuming you don't know much about that guy.
No.
Okay, so here's a quick little breakdown. This is from what I've learned so far.
Okay.
He was from Kashyyyk. I believe he was, from what I was told, he was in the same battle that Chewbacca was in.
Okay.
Right? But then he got captured, and I believe he was sold into slavery, which then he turned into a gladiator. Then from there, he worked his way up into a bounty hunter. And now he's like one of the like biggest, baddest bounty hunters out there. And he works for the twins. So apparently, like you don't mess with this guy. Like this guy is like, he's like same tier as Boba Fett. Like that's how crazy he is.
Wow.
He's same tier Boba Fett apparently. So I'm like, I hope they flesh out his story a little bit more on screen because I think that'd be cool. Because everything right now is in either comic books or like expanded lore. So I think expanding his story would be great. Yeah. But honestly, I cannot wait for the next episode of Boba Fett because I think it's going to be awesome.
I think so, and I think I'm thinking, will there be now a war for the territory with the twins showing up?
I hope so. I hope it's going to be like an old school Western like shootout kind of thing, you know. But then again, like Fennec Shan said, in order for him to kill the twins, he needs to ask permission first. Yeah. So there's a lot of like old school mafia kind of feels as well, right? Sure. So I think that's absolutely awesome. I think that's going to be so cool. I cannot wait to see who he has to ask in order for him to put a hit or to kill them.
Well, for sure. And side note, did you know that Fennec or Ming-Na Wen is actually almost 60?
She's almost 60? She
don't look
it. She don't look it.
No,
I'm gonna tell you right now, she don't look it. Dang.
Just like Michelle Yeoh, she's in her, I believe, 60s?
She's in her 60s.
I think so. So she's up there too.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
That's some crazy
stuff. We age well.
Right? Exactly. We age well. I didn't know that, man. That's actually awesome. Yeah. Damn. Okay. Cool. Anything else you want to talk about Boba Fett before we resolve this and move on?
No, this can be resolved.
All right. Beautiful. It is resolved. Next on the stack. This is unfortunate news. I actually didn't believe it when I first heard it at work. Unfortunately, Betty White has passed away. And she's now joining the rest of the Golden Girls and sipping their tea and doing their gossip up in heaven. So my thoughts out to Betty White's family. Our thoughts go out to Betty White's family. But it's nice that she's resting now. But, man, that was very unexpected news for me. How did you feel when you first heard that?
Like, same as you. I didn't believe it at first. I thought, okay, is this like maybe another joke of hers, or maybe sometimes people like to put things out there prematurely and not get the facts, and then I looked up a couple of sources online, and then it was true, and
That's crazy.
it was pretty sad to hear that she didn't reach her 100, 99.
Yeah,
and like you said, thoughts go to her family. She's resting now, and she's up there with her Golden Girls talking about things in St. Olaf.
Exactly. Now, one thing that was really nice was that I don't know if you put this on our notes, but SNL re-aired Betty White episodes, and they send the cast home for the night. Yeah,
that's what I read. That they're going to be re-airing it just to pay tribute to Betty White, because I think there was a petition going on from what I read that they wanted SNL to have her host again, and she would have been, I think, one of the oldest, or not the oldest, to host an SNL.
Oh wow.
So I think that would have been nice. I think if that actually did happen, hosting the SNL at 100, I think that would have been
That'd have been crazy. Yeah. That'd have been awesome for her to do that.
Oh, for sure.
Oh man, but you know what? Good on SNL for doing that. For airing all the Betty White episodes. I've heard nothing but good things about Betty White, even when she was young. She gave people of color a chance. She wasn't racist in any way, shape, or form. She loved everyone. Doesn't matter who they were, what they did, whatever. So shout out to Betty White for that. Any final thoughts on Betty White?
No, just what, may she rest in paradise. She's like I said, she's up there with her Golden Girls.
You got it. Well, rest in peace, Betty White. We're gonna miss you. So let's let that resolve and forever resolve. Next on the list, we're going into some MTG spoiler talk. So, for some spoilers, we're going to talk about this Kamigawa spoiler. Now, I have not read this card yet. I've heard about it. I have not read this card. So, Noslen, do you want to read this card to me, and then we'll talk about it and see its implications in our future Commander games?
All right. So the card is Satoru Umezawa, legendary creature, human ninja. It is it's a colorless and blue-black. And whenever you activate a ninjutsu ability, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. This ability triggers once each turn. But I think the second part is what you'll like, is each creature card in your hand has ninjutsu, 2 colorless, blue, black. What do you think?
Crazy. That
right?
Giving blue more ways to filter out their deck is amazing. Like they already have a lot of ways to filter out anything, right? Out of their deck and fetch whatever. But this is another way to be aggressive and do it.
Oh yeah, no, like blue now looks like it's going to be, taking that little aggressive edge now. Yeah, it's mixed with black, but still, like blue-black, like the big creatures you can bring out, like, or even Eldrazi or Mr. Blightsteel Colossus to ninjutsu out, right? Tapped and attacking.
Oh,
like it's
how crazy that is.
Hey. Yeah, well, hey, that's your Ulamog deck can just fit right in, really, when you think about it.
And honestly, you can get any. You can have this guy as your commander. And any creature card, it doesn't matter, as long as it fits within the color scheme. Yeah, all those bombs can be instant bombs.
Yeah,
right. Like they're. Now, my question is, the last part. Each creature card in your hand has ninjutsu. Do you pay that cost on top of the CC?
Nope. It's you just ninjutsu out your
card.
Get
out. Yeah. Get out. So are you telling me, like, if I have a Blightsteel Colossus in my hand,
you can cheat it out for 4.
I can cheat him out for 4, smack you with it, if it has haste, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, no, it will, because it's ninjutsu, so it's tap.
Oh, yeah. Right? And
if that's how I read it right.
I get to filter the top 3 cards of my library, get what I want, put the ones I don't want on the bottom, and one in your head. And does that creature card go back to your hand, or does it stay on the field?
Stays on the field.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Get out of here. This card is broken.
Yep.
Broken.
All you need is a bunch of 1/1 flyers or unblockables, and then you just ninjutsu away. If you have the mana off, of course.
You know what sucks? I sold a bunch of my ninjutsu cards.
Oh, no.
Like 2 weeks ago, I sold maybe like $400 worth of ninjutsu cards, like old Kamigawa ninjutsu cards, man. Ooh. Like old. And some of them were like they bought them from me for like $50-$60, some of those cards. I was like, I probably should have waited a little bit more closer to like this release and then sold them. Sell it, so I would have got more for my bang, for my cards, bang for buck, right? Because I wanted Warhammer, right? So I'm trying to do it the free way. But I should have waited, man. Like, if this card was released and then I waited a week and sold mine, I would have got like double the amount for my cards, man.
It would have been lots. What I've been reading now is, besides the ninja cards, a lot of the samurai cards are going up in price now, because I guess they're thinking It's not. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but samurai cards might be in this set also.
No way.
So a lot of the samurai.
It would make
cards
sense.
Yeah.
So honestly, I think out of all the cards from the set so far, I would want that Planeswalker, Catio, and I would want this card.
Oh, I think these are the two right now. I think from what I've seen, the two most sought out cards that'll.
And if anything, like I would rather just buy them outright instead of trying to get a box.
Yeah.
100%, I would buy them outright instead of trying to get a box. At that point, like one's a mythic rare, so you're probably gonna only get like 4 to 6 in a box, anyways. So getting him is gonna be hard. But how do you say his name? Saturo.
Zawa,
He's a rare. You got a higher chance of getting him. But is it risky? Should I like? The risk? I don't know if he's worth the risk. Is he worth the risk for you? Buying a box just to try and get both of those in the same box?
You know what? If he's under, let's say he's between $5 to $10, I would just buy him outright.
100%.
There's no point in buying box. If he's over that, like if he's maybe 20 and under, it'd be iffy. I might still just buy it outright, because again, you run that risk, right? Because if you don't get it, then you're like, if you really wanted it, then you're like, okay, well, I got a set. Now I got to buy the cards. So you bought the box for nothing, right?
Exactly.
So up to maybe 20, I would probably buy it outright. After that, I'd have to think about it. I'm
on the same boat you. Like for Saturo, I think my price would be 30 or 35. Okay. I think if it's 30 to 35, I would still buy it outright. Even if it's 40, I think I would still buy it outright. Yeah. Just because like there's a lot of value for that card, and you still save like well over 120. No, not even like 130, $40, maybe $150, right? So I think for me, reaching the 40 to 50 range, I would still buy it outright. I don't think it will, though. I really don't.
I don't think so.
But if there's a copy of it and there's a cheap copy of it, I'll get it for sure, just to have one, because like making a commander with this guy.
I know. Hey, here's a question though.
Whoa.
Do you think that card takes over Yuriko as the ninja tribal commander? Or do you think Yuriko is still the card? As it looks right now.
Yuriko does what? When a creature attacks, you can
it has commander ninjutsu, and any ninja that attacks, you get to draw a card.
I say this one. I say this card. Just because it affects all creatures, not just the ninjutsu ones. It gives all creatures ninjutsu, and it gives you more options to do whatever you want. Where the other guy, it's very specific, right? Only your ninjutsu. So you need to have a pre-existing list of ninjutsu cards. This one, you can only have this card, and all your other creatures could be normal.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like... So it gives you, I think, overall, it gives you more options. In regards to the power level, I don't know yet. In regards to power level, I don't know yet. But I know overall, giving you more options and playability, and I think more fun, I think it'd be Saturo, 100%. I think it'd be...
okay.
I would pick Saturo over Yuriko, but then again, I would have to see...
I would play Zod, I guess.
I would want to see both of them on the playmat.
Yeah,
100%, 100%.
With Yuriko, the one thing that's giving it the edge is the commander ninjutsu. So no matter how many times it gets killed, it's still coming out with its commander ninjutsu. So it is a toss up. Like it's I guess it's what you want, right? Do you want that where you can use it as like chum and block every time and then just bring it out normally? Yeah, with it or without paying any commander tax, or do you want that versatility in Saturo?
Yeah,
right.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to talk about for this one, or let's resolve it?
That resolves for me too.
That resolves. All right. Beautiful. Moving on to the next one. This one I actually don't know much about, so I know you know much about this. So what's going on with our next one?
With Becky Hammond there. This is more for our buddy Coastal, because he's a big Spurs guy, but Becky Hammond was an assistant coach under Coach Pop, and for everyone out there that knows Coach Pop, he groomed a lot of coaches in the past years. So now I thought she was going to actually take over for the Spurs, and it would have been great. She'd be the first female coach to coach the NBA as a head coach. But now she is over with the Las Vegas Aces. I think she signed a 5-year deal in the WNBA, which now makes her the highest paid coach in the league. I guess that says a lot coming from this Coach Pop stable, and for her as well. And she was a former player as well, so yeah. So good for her. She's now getting to be a head coach for a team. Albeit it's in the WNBA, but still that's
still professional.
The head coach, still professional.
Still professional.
Coaching a league team. Too bad it wasn't for the NBA, but you know what? All the best to her. I hope she does great. I'm sure she's going to bring over what she's learned with Coach Pop to that team, that league. So here's to her, and hopefully a good, successful first year.
That is awesome. Good for her, man. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know much. I don't follow basketball anymore. So hearing this actually really makes me happy.
Oh, that's good.
Hearing this definitely makes me happy. Is there anything else you want to talk about for this one? Because for me, I'm passing priority because I don't know much about this one. So,
no, I'm good for this to let resolve. Just excited for her, and hope for all the success.
All right, beautiful, man. Congrats to Becky Hammond. Go work. All right, moving on to the next one, the Zodiac Secret Lair. We're going back to Magic real quick. I actually haven't heard about this one. So this is introducing astrological lands.
Yeah.
Dang.
So it's whatever sign you are, they'll give it up. Like I think I've seen only Capricorn so far out there for a swamp. I haven't seen anything else unless
Capricorn foil edition swamp. Damn. So are you telling me all the zodiac signs are going to have their own version of a swamp mountain, or it's going to be specific to whatever?
You know what? That I'm not sure. I'm assuming. I'm going to read up more on it, but I'm assuming that each zodiac sign is going to have their own. I think it might be swamp or whatever land, but so far I've seen Capricorn and a swamp, so I'm going to go with that. So again, it's up to you if you want to have these type of lands. You can say, hey, look, I got my own zodiac sign as a land here.
I just hope my own sign. Oh, my bad. I just hit my mic. I just hope my own sign is a color I want to play. I'm just saying that right now, right? So. But that's crazy, man. It's nice to see them change a few things up. It's nice to see them go outside their comfort zone. Because I don't see anything wrong with this. Because it's just land. They're not making land, playable cards, but it's literally just land. This basic land stuff. So, anything else you want to talk about for this one? Because I think this is pretty cool. I've never bought a Secret Lair. Have you bought a Secret Lair?
No, never. I'm just the thing would be is how much it would cost. You think?
Oh man, I don't even know, dude. I think
past Secret Lairs have been pretty expensive. So for me, anyway, it's been expensive. So I'm just assuming it's probably going to be the same thing. Even though it is lands, I'm assuming it's going to be relatively expensive for what it is.
To be honest, I think I agree with you. I think it's going to be horrendous in price. I don't like how they price Secret Lairs, man. I personally think it's going to be horrendous in price.
Mm-hmm. For a land too, right?
It's crazy. Yeah. For me, I don't think it's going to be worth it, but you know what? You never really know, to be honest with you.
Nope.
You never really know.
Yeah, you never really know. Yeah.
This could be a cheaper priced Secret Lair just because if it's all basic lands, then why, right? So, yeah.
Well, if someone were to gift it to me, I wouldn't mind. But I know, it'll be interesting to see how much the Secret Lair does go for.
Yeah, honestly, if it pushes the 150 to 200 mark, then I don't really know. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anything else for this one, my man?
No, I am good.
All right. So we will resolve this and move it on to the next one. Our watch list. What are we watching right now? Noslen, I'll let you tell us what your watch list is, and then I'll be right back, okay?
Yeah.
So what are you watching, buddy?
So far, my watch list, I've been watching so far obviously the Boba Fett series. I've been watching that. I have been just catching up on some old Netflix movies. and some TV shows. For example, I've been watching some. What is it called? I was watching I forgot what it's called.
What are you watching? Yeah, you're watching
I forgot. Oh, I was watching. I was just catching up on Castlevania, just some of the old animes that are nothing too big yet. I noticed that Bad Boys 3 or Bad Boys for Life is on, so I'll probably rewatch that again. I didn't mind that movie at all. There's one called The Protege I want to sort of take a look at. That's with Samuel L. Jackson. He's on there. Yeah, not really much. That's about it. Just and just some, I guess, YouTube stuff, if you want to count that as on my watch list. Just been watching just some Magic content. I'm actually looking at, yes, I know, I've been looking at some Warhammer stuff. So just taking a look at that. Just want to see what it's about. You know,
Okay.
I said I'd still try it out, and I might hook up with Coastal there and just
Play?
try some of it, see how it is.
Okay.
You know, I will try it for the first time and engage it from there. But as
I
for
think
watch
you'll
list,
like
not
it.
really much. Just some Magic content, some stuff on
Mm-hmm.
YouTube. Like I said, Boba Fett, watching that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's about it.
For me, I think right now, excuse me, sorry. Right now, it was just Boba Fett. I finished watching the season 2 of Witcher. Very good show. I
Yes, I gotta watch that.
right. You got, yeah, man. I still gotta watch No Way Home.
Mm-hmm.
I have for a movie that's so big. I haven't even seen it yet. I'm embarrassed. Also, I kind of fell off watching some Star Trek stuff. I was watching Star Trek Prodigy and Discovery. I fell off because I've been so busy, like honestly, with the baby and Warhammer.
Yeah.
Literally, I try to.
Trek. Ooh.
Oh, man, honestly, Star Trek, I haven't even touched my game in 2 weeks, dude. Like, I'm assuming my base has been raided like crazy, man. So whatever, that's fine. Because like it's just either baby or Warhammer. Whenever I have time, when she's awake, I hang out with her, and then when she passes out, I do all my Warhammer stuff. I try to get in my editing, whatever. So whenever she's awake, I try to just focus on her. Whenever she's passed out, that's when I just rush in and do whatever I can, because I usually have like 45 minutes to like an hour and a half before she wakes up again from her nap. So I have little spurts of time. So I'm like, okay, what do I need to get done? Okay, I'm going to build a few miniatures, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to edit this and that. So when I do that stuff, I watch Warhammer lore all day long, essentially. Like, I have a playlist that's like 75 hours long of all Warhammer lore. It's just, and that's just one story. Explaining
Wow, really?
just one story in Warhammer. So that's literally all I'm watching right now is just Warhammer stuff, which is hilarious. So yeah, that's other than that.
Well, there was one thing I was watching, and I couldn't go through it.
What was it?
I'm a big X-Men guy, so
Okay.
I was trying to watch The Gifted.
Oh my god,
It was a TV show.
Oh my gosh. Oh
yeah,
my
that's. I gave it a chance, and you know what? That's time I'm not getting back anymore.
Yeah,
I tried.
No.
The only bright spot was Blink. That was it.
I like I've watched like 10 minutes of it. I was like, no.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah, I'll give it a chance and I'll watch 2 episodes. That's when it comes to TV series. Usually it's like 2-3 episodes. If it's like like an actual like TV series. If it's like an animated or cartoon, I usually give it like maybe 5 episodes. If it's an anime, I'm a little bit more forgiving, and I give it like maybe another like 7 episodes total. Just because sometimes animes or cartoons they take a little bit like slower to build up, whatever else. Where for live action stuff, they need to get you on pilot. Like
they need to get hooked right away.
Right away, right? But for cartoons, like they've already blocked out the whole thing. They've essentially made it already, so they're just gonna release it. So
yeah,
I give it a little bit more time. But
I
that
tried.
show, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I really tried.
So
I didn't even finish the first season. That's
rough.
It was bad.
That's rough. That's rough.
Well, yeah, that's what was on my watch list as well. I gave it a shot. Yeah, that's hours of my life I'm not getting back anymore.
Hours, man. Hours of your life not getting back. That's crazy. Okay. Anyways, anything else that you want to talk about on your watch list, or are we going to talk about a little bit of 40K just for a little bit?
Yeah, we can talk about 40K.
Okay. So our watch list has resolved. On to some 40K stuff. Now,
yes.
Matt, I am actually very impressed with you. I know that me and Coastal have been bugging you a lot about Warhammer, this and that. I know that we share a lot of things in our podcast group chat about Warhammer, and you see a lot of it, of course.
Oh, of course.
What about Warhammer interests you? Like, what does it pique your interest? Like, what about it?
Well, I remember it started off with, I don't know if I brought it up. No, I think I posted like an image of something about Risk. If you remember the board game Risk.
Yes.
I think it started from there, and that's probably one of my favorite board games is Risk. And
I've never played a full game of Risk. I've only played like maybe 30 minutes in. I've never actually finished one.
No, it's a really good game. And when you guys started talking about 40K, I thought, it is somewhat like that in a way, where you're going into territory and trying to, battle it out and win the territory. If that's what 40K is, I'm not 100% sure, but that style of gameplay I like. And then you guys started talking about it, and like, I wouldn't mind it at all to give it a shot. I do like the whole ease and strategizing, I guess, if that's what it is, where to place them, where you can attack.
Yep.
And everything. So no, I don't mind that kind of strategy type of game. Obviously, it's another expensive hobby to take up, obviously.
Yes, but when done right, you can do it
when
free.
done right, it could be really good. It could be really good.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm not one to dismiss something right off the bat. I will give it a shot. Like I said, I talked with Mr. with Coastal not too long ago, saying, I wouldn't mind if you ever hook up. I'll give it a shot. I'll see how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go in there with an open mind, and
Hello? Did we lose him? I think we might have lost him. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. He's turning. He's frozen.
Yeah. Oh, no. You
Hello?
were frozen. Yeah. Hello?
I was frozen. Man, you were frozen. What are you talking about? All right, so you were saying about you going to Coastal's place and whatever else?
Oh, going to Coastal's place and just giving it a shot. Like, I'll go there with an open mind, try it out, and see how it is. And if it's something I do like I said, I do have some cards that I can trade in to get a set. I do have a Chromox sitting in my binder that I haven't used.
Yeah,
and
buddy.
I do have a demonic tutor that I can just pull out of one of my decks.
Yeah. Honestly, when and if you do this, make sure you do it properly, right? So don't spend any money that you don't need to be spending. Use your previous hobbies to fund this if you need to. That's what I did. I traded in all of my Magic cards not all, a fraction of like 2% of my Magic cards that I no longer used. And with those 2% of cards, I would say maybe around like 100 cards total. I got over like $1,500 worth of Warhammer. So think about that. I traded in 100 cards, and I got $1,500 worth of Warhammer. Depending what cards you have, one card alone can buy you whatever you want.
Yeah, can buy
essentially
that
Combat Patrol for like $170, right? Depending what cards you have, right? So for those listening at home, like if you want to start a new hobby, and you know for a fact that you can trade in an old hobby for store credit to buy your new hobby, look at it that way, right? Yeah. So that's what I did, and honestly, I saved $1,500. I've only spent like maybe $100 so far on this thing, and I've gotten a huge amount of stuff for it. So that's absolutely awesome.
And I've gone as far as actually, because I think I mentioned to you guys before, paint, and I've actually researched a little bit on comparing like paint from Dollarama to other paints, and they said that I think what you said too, as long as you water it down to the consistency that you need it to, those paints are fine. And that's what they said too, is like the paints are fine, just don't make it too clunky. Water it down. And a lot of them said that it's worked fine, and they've been using it ever since. So
honestly, the best thing you can do is if you go to Games Workshop, they have a like a magazine that you buy or whatever for like, I don't know, $5, $10, I don't know how much it is, but it comes with 2 figures in there, right? You can use those 2 figures as test figures to see if the paint works, what consistency you need the paint in order for it to work properly, whatever else, right? So you can buy test figures and to see if you like the paint that you're going to be buying from either Dollarama, Walmart, Michaels, whatever else, right? That's not are exactly like Warhammer branded paints. Like you can test all that stuff out, which is awesome, absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
Right. So I know for a fact that me and Coastal went to Max's Collectibles, and they just gave us a free model just to test paint on. Right.
Wow,
so even if you go to Max's, they have a bunch of those free models. Like, hey, I'm new to Warhammer. I'm just testing some paint out. Do you have a model that I could just test this stuff out on? And they'll give you one. They have a boatload of them, man. Like you can try that out as well, right? So,
and if I do get into it, I hate you.
Right, exactly. This is the second hobby that I've gotten you into. But
yes, you did.
When it comes to playing this, like even if you don't buy an army, you can use our armies. Like we have enough. Like me right now, I have enough to have me and you play 500-point armies and Coastal play a 500-point army. So like even if you don't have models, you can use our models if you just want to do it that way as well. Yeah. Then at least you're still playing and you're not putting out an expense that you don't need, right?
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. But yeah, no. Hopefully, when this COVID thing sort of settles down, we can all get together and actually play.
Yeah, because
that's for sure. I'd want to try it out.
Yeah, because I know Coastal has showed me some plans for his gaming table and his modular gaming table and how it all fits and works together for Warhammer, and I'm very impressed with the amount of work and thought that he's put into it. Nice. Right now, I'm going to be looking at printing some 3D terrain.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that just because like I want to be cost efficient with it, and if I buy terrain, like one piece of terrain is like $50. That's a no go. For that $50, I could print out a whole board, a whole huge board of terrain, right? So I'm gonna look into doing that and make sure I populate his board terrain so it looks nice, and I'm gonna paint it and whatever else. So I think this will be a good group project. It'll be fun
I think
to do.
So. Yeah. Also, you might for terrain. I know it's pretty cheap there, but you might want to check Bianca's.
What's that?
It's like another wholesale cheap place on Ellis where Cabela's used to be. You might want to try there.
Okay.
They have they sell like everything, like clothes and stuff like that, but toys and all that. Like they sell like a lot of knockoff toys. But I thought I saw some like terrain stuff for like action figures and everything like that, like for those type of games. So I could be wrong, but you might want to check that out.
Okay, yeah, I'll check that out. Because even if it's like terrain from like other toys or whatever else, you can just use that. Who cares? Yeah. Even if I build terrain out of Lego blocks and I paint them.
There's a lot of cheap Lego. There's a lot of cheap Lego there.
Exactly. Honestly, wait, that might be a good idea actually. Building just like destroyed buildings out of Lego. Yeah. And then using putty or styrofoam or spray styrofoam on top of it and sculpt it and mold it to however. That might be an easy way to do it. I don't know. Yeah, I'll figure it out, right?
Oh, yeah. And then the Lego's like just some no-name brand Lego, but really, who cares?
Who cares, right? It doesn't really matter at that point, right? But yeah, man, like I'm really glad that you're willing to give this a try with us. I personally think you'll have fun playing. I really do, because like when me and Coastal were playing it, we were playing kill team, so it wasn't actually 40K, but it was like just 5-man teams going head to head and just being like very like a lot of critical thinking went into it.
Yes.
And man, it was so much fun, dude. It was actually so much fun. So I think you'll really like it, because I know you like to strategize and like inflict salt, and I was inflicting a lot of salt on Coastal, man. He lost twice. Okay? He lost twice. So right now I'm 2-0. You hear that? You hear that, buddy? I'm 2-0. Which means you're 0-2. So yeah, I'm a remember the scoreboard. So right now I'm 2-0. He's 0-2. Right now you're even, because you haven't started yet. But
no.
Right now I'm the better one. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Anything else you want to talk about today before we end off this episode?
No, I am good, man.
All right. Perfect. So thank you all for listening on today's episode of The Stack. Noslen, where can people find you, buddy?
You can find me on Instagram. It's Noslen69ers. That's my name backwards. 69ERS.
Very nice. You can find me on Instagram at Caramel Thunder. Caramel with 2 L's. You can find all of us on Instagram at Unhinged Vibes. You can also find us on YouTube at the Unhinged Vibes Podcast. Check out our website as well. Please make sure on YouTube you follow us, you like our videos, and you comment in the comment section on what episodes, what episode topics you want us to talk about, and if there's anything exciting going on in the news as well. But anyways, folks, this is another episode of The Stack. It's been fun. This was a good one. The Boba Fett was fun.
Oh, for sure.
This Boba Fett was fun. Anyways, folks, thank you for listening on today's episode of The Stack. We hope to see you next time. Stay safe out there. Have a good one.